Got the middle. For me? Yeah. Stay right there. No, put John in the middle. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, appreciate it.
Brady, they give you that milk, or did you bring it in?
They gave it to me.
Okay, official sponsor. Job and Rob, not even game related, but just watching you in the trophy presentation. You got your phone out. You're kind of documenting it. Was that Snapchat, Instagram? What were you on there?
I was on Instagram Live.
Okay.
You know, I told Jordan at halftime, I know when we came out before halftime, I said, we win, bro, go get my phone. You know, I just want to, enjoy it. You know, this is something we dream of. It's something we, at the start of the summer, our school has never had a back-to-back state champion in basketball. So for us to do that, and for this to be my last game and leave my legacy here, that was important to me.
Job, and for a guy with so much recruiting attention, you've been in the spotlight for so long, you haven't lost sight of just what this means for the community and your love for the community. Why is that?
You start here when I was young. I grew up here my whole life. And just everybody has supported me. Everybody made me feel like family, no matter if I know them or not. You see on the back of my jersey, say the city. That's what I play for. I play for the people beside me and play for my coach. I feel like that's everything that's important to me. They've had me my whole life, so I got to have their back.
What question for the players? Someone mentioned last night you guys went to overtime and won. Someone mentioned, I wasn't in there during the Douglas interviews, that they were rooting for you guys because they wanted to get revenge, kind of. Did that give y'all a lot more motivation?
Yeah, that was definitely brought up in the locker room. I was telling them, I was like, Douglas has been thinking about us since we beat him. And I was telling them they want blood. I was like, we want blood too. So it's gonna be a scrappy game. It was gonna be a physical battle, and we came out on top.
Ryan, Eli Owens isn't in here right now, but the last 2 or 3 minutes, it was rebounds, it was free throws, it was an assist on a dish to a teammate. That guy probably deserved a little more credit, probably deserves to be in here right now.
100%. To be honest, it was a gift that he got in foul trouble early because he was well rested for the second half. And so when it was closing time, he closed it. Every board he's snagging, making the right play. And there was a couple big time finishes. People kind of dismiss, him as a even maybe like factor around the rim. A couple big time finds by our kids, a couple big time finishes. This is probably Eli's last game, as an Alcoa Tornado, and what a way to go out. Everybody's going to talk about, like his football, career and his football legacy. The man has been influential and impacted winning for 2 basketball state titles, and I appreciate you crediting, him. We've got 2 phenomenal seniors here. He needs credit as a senior here as well, just because he won't play next year. He'll graduate early. But that's who he is. He's solution-oriented. He's freaking tough-nosed, and he's a joy to coach. And I think he displayed great leadership late.
Brady, the 3, I think it was your third 3. You covered your mouth with the 3. The Dalton Connect celebration. Was that an ode to Dalton Connect? What was the story behind that one?
No,
Cameras catch everything, by the way.
It just kind of came to my mind. I don't really know what I was doing. I just kind of did it. I do. I am a big team.
You're a guy who rarely shows emotion, though. Like for that moment, for you to it stuck out to me. Like, why was this game so emotional for you?
Because knowing it was my last game at Alcoa, playing with my brothers and my coaches and everything, I wanted it to be special for all of us.
John, when you go down there with a cramp there early in the 4th quarter, when you go out, they cut it back down. What was Peggy giving you, and how'd you get back in the game quickly and still be effective?
Man, Peggy gave me lots of stuff. She gave me salt packets, she gave me gummies, she gave me Gatorade with salt in it. I was about to throw up at one point. I'm like, Peggy, you gotta chill. But yeah, Peggy was supplying me with my knees, and then my right leg started to cramp too. I was like, Lord, just get me through this game.
You were shooting running floaters from 17 feet, baseline 10 feet. Is that something you practice, or was that just instinct taking over?
That's definitely something I've practiced before. I practice lots of things and a lot of making shots. So when it's time, time to use it in the game, I can use it. Their bigs were stepping up high. I couldn't get all the way to the paint because they were trying to take charges. So for me to be able to float it from deep, it really helped me.
Coach, what's Jobin's legacy?
It's hard to put into words. I heard him kind of ask the same question a while back in an interview, and he said, I want to be known as different. And let me try to explain why he's different to me. He's talented. He's extremely skilled. Everybody knows what he can do on the court. But I'm proud of his who he's become over the course of 4 years. That's where the legacy comes from who he is. And I can't tell you what he's done for our community. He's brought a lot of people together. He's inspired a lot of people. He's brought a lot of joy to a lot of people of Alcoa. And it's not just him, it's all of us. And legacy is, he's not out there doing it for himself. You heard it. You know, his reason is for these guys. The reason is for his teammates. He's been a blessing to coach. I mean, I am absolutely blessed to have said I've coached Javin Carter, but you know, his legacy is just different, and it's because of, you know, who he is, not just a good player. And what I forever wanted, and I told you guys this in the media last year. I, at one point, thought he was going to be the most recognized player in Alcoa. He holds every individual accolade you could ever want. He's now got the highest, you know, accolade in the state of Tennessee, you know, with the Mr. Basketball trophy. At the end of the day, I don't ever want all those things to transcend who you are. I want people to talk about all those things and then say, you know what, he was a great teammate. You know what, he was a great kid. You know what, he gave back to so many youth in our community. You know what, the reason I want to play basketball right now and I'm out on the hardwood is because of him. That's his legacy.
Jonathan, what's your response to that, I guess? What does it mean to hear that from your coach?
I don't know. I'm shocked from words, you know. I feel like he's changed my life a lot. You know, I came in freshman year, probably was immature, you know. I feel like I was ready, but I wasn't ready, you know. We've had lots of talks, one-on-ones, and he's definitely built me from the player my freshman year to senior year that I am today.
Moro, I know you as an energy guy, high energy guy, a lot of emotion. You start popping threes in the first half today. What kind of got into you? What kind of got you feeling comfortable out there?
I don't know. They just woke me up. So I was like, it's my time to shine. Last game. So I was like, let's just get it rocking. And boom, it happened.
Coach, in the third quarter, you guys get up, and this is a question for any of the players too. You guys get up 21, and at one point, I think they were on outscored you 28-11 to get it back to like 4 points. I think was the closest. What you called some timeouts during that stretch. What did you guys say in those timeouts?
I'll be honest, I called one bad one, and they let me know it. One of the ones where it was a loose ball. I called one earlier too, just to try to value possessions. I felt like we were coming away with it. And there was one maybe 2 or 3 minutes in after I'd already called one to where somebody dove on it, and I called another one, and it ended up being one of those full ones. And I always try to save timeouts to the end. The kids know that. And they let me know it. That was a bad timeout. We didn't need to call that. I felt like things were rocking. I did. But why I say it was a bad one is then when the run's coming, you know Douglas is going to bring a run. You know, I still have a lot of respect for them. Every time you watch them play, they play hard. Every time they, you know, like trap, they sprint back. I think they play with a lot of discipline. I have a lot of respect for their program, you know, from afar. But you needed another timeout to kill a run. You needed a timeout when he cramps to just call it and not even second guess it. That's stupid of me. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, the kids believe in me. They trust me. And I'll be honest, we didn't talk scheme in timeout 9 times out of 10. We talked, what I've said in front of camera already out there on the court was more just life. I think when we got up 18 or whatever we got, there's an expectation. We're going to win this game. Then as the lead goes, the expectation plays against you. You've already made up your mind you're going to win. And so all of a sudden, because you have an expectation in place, you're reeling emotionally. All right, and you're scared, you know, and you got all these kind of physiological responses as a result. And so we just talked about, let's get back to intentions. And we've talked about this over and over and over in our program. What is the intention? I play for the guys next to me. Because I care about the guy next to me, I'm going to just move to the next play. And I'm going to focus on doing my job in the next play. They did that. And, you know, Jesse already talked about it. There were so many times, 4-point game, 5-point game. I'm not even calling anything. All right, and it's like, just get number 2 the ball. And the shots he was hitting, these runners and these, you know, little like, you know, pull-ups, like unbelievable shots in those moments. We have the best player. You know, and it's like he was big again in the biggest stage. But I thought all of them, like, you know, Brady found another level in the biggest game of his of his career. He literally found another level. We all did that, and you know, I don't know. I talk too much, but it was a bad timeout.
Javin, to go into college basketball now, having checked off every goal, and to win your final game, how rewarding is that to not go into that next phase of your life with a sour taste in your mouth?
I feel like it's very rewarding. You know, I've accomplished everything. Like I feel like I've left everything here. Like I've done what I wanted to do. You know, left my legacy here. You know, so I'm gonna take a break for sure. I'm gonna rest for a week, and then it's just get my body right and get ready and prepare for the next level.
Brought to you by SmartBank. Play smart. Bank smart. SmartBank. For more information, visit smartbank.com.